What's up YouTube, Jeff back again, and today talking Pixel 6 Pro news. Yes, I have the December 2021 update. I sideloaded the update. If anyone's interested in a tutorial, quite a few people have been asking me if I'd make a tutorial on how to sideload, specifically by using a Mac, because you guys know I use a MacBook Pro. Let me know in the comments and I'll try to make a video on that. Also want to remind you guys right now, big sales going on at Best Buy and Samsung. I'm going to drop some links below to some of my favorite products for the holiday season. If you're looking for a last second gift, use the links. It helps out the channel. I really appreciate it. So a couple of things. First of all, I want to show you guys, I am running this build right here, build SQ1D.211205.017. This is actually the carrier build for the US. So if you head over to, let me go over here. I was reading up on some of the issues people were having. If you head over to Google's developers site, you'll find a list of full OTAs for Nexus and Pixel devices. This is actually where you go to do your side loading if you want to do side loading. Like I said, if you guys want to see a tutorial, I could try to do that. That's what I did. I side loaded my update because, like a lot of you guys out there, I was waiting and waiting and waiting to try to get the OTA and it never came. So first of all, here's the instructions on how to sideload. So if anyone's interested, I'll drop the link below for this too, if you want to try it yourself, and then I can make a tutorial on that as well. Down here is where you actually get the files to do your sideloading. So you got the Pixel 6, codename Oriole. You scroll down a little bit, you see the December update, and then the Pixel 6 Pro, which I have right here, codename Raven. And if you scroll down, you'll see a bunch of different versions of the December update. These bottom 4 ones right here are all December updates. Now, the first one, which is the A1, that ends in A1, that is the unlocked version that you're supposed to use if you have an unlocked Pixel. I have an unlocked Pixel because Google sent me this unit directly from Team Pixel, from their PR and everything at launch. So this is an unlocked unit. But in my experience, I'll talk about this more in a second, if you have a Verizon phone, it's usually better to flash the US carrier's version, which is the one right here. SQ1D.211205.017. That's the one I decided to sideload because I am running a Verizon SIM card inside my unlocked Pixel 6 Pro. We'll talk about why that's important in a second because people are having connectivity issues and I have some guesses about, maybe why. Again, some blogs have kind of maybe disputed this, but we'll talk a little bit about why here in a second. So if you take a look, there's some also for Australia and then there's some for European. I think this one, I forgot what the rest of the MEA stands for. Someone remind me in the comments. Anyway, lots of people are complaining about connectivity issues after sideloading the update. And so I decided to try to kind of take a look at this myself. I have this nice handy app called Net Signal Pro, which actually kind of shows you what your signal looks like. And you can see here your Wi-Fi and your Verizon signal. Here right now I'm on 4G. You can see 41% signal. So there does appear to be some degradation because this is in my office right now. And before, I know I was definitely getting around 75% plus. So there does still appear to be some degradation, but some people were saying on the A1 that they were down in the 20%. So I don't know if there's a difference between the A1 build. Google has said to a couple of outlets, I think 9to5 Google or Android Police asked them about this, and they said functionally they're the same. But I mean, maybe I'll try to do a comparison. I have a regular Pixel 6. Maybe I'll install one build on both and we'll compare. If anybody's interested, we could try that. But it definitely seems to be degrading somewhat. But I do think that if you want to utilize the sideloading tactics and you want to sideload the update, then it's probably a good idea to go through and perhaps take the carrier build if you're using a US carrier instead of the A1 update. I'd seen most people having serious problems where they're getting almost zero signal. They seem to be on the A1, which is the unlocked version. So that's the connectivity problems. Huge problem. So I might recommend that if you haven't sideloaded yet, if you're concerned about that, if you live in a place with bad signal, I usually have pretty good signal in most places, plus I have Wi-Fi. But if you live in a smaller place, a rural place, you might want to hold off on sideloading. But otherwise, just to give you guys some other updates, fingerprint sensor is doing a lot better. It's still not as good, in my opinion, as a lot of other phones. I'll just show you guys some test runs here as we go through so that instead of me just saying that it's doing better, you can kind of see. You still have to hold it there a bit longer. You guys can see if you just tap it, it doesn't really work, which is in stark contrast for me to the S21 Ultra. And I also just got the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, which you just can tap it and it'll work. But the other thing I've noticed, in addition to the fingerprint scanner, being a little bit better, I wouldn't say it's really a huge improvement. I've noticed that on my device, the overall general performance, like of app openings and things like that, and the general UI navigation has been a lot snappier since I took the update. I've just noticed that it's been a lot faster. And I felt like maybe it's a placebo, so I didn't make a video right away. I wanted to wait and kind of see how I feel about it, but I certainly feel like it's been a lot snappier since getting the update. Some people have actually done some benchmarks where they were saying the benchmarks were lower on the version after the update. So maybe I'll do some testing on that. I've just been commenting on my day-to-day experience. I feel like it's definitely been faster in day-to-day sort of navigation, but I haven't done any gaming, so maybe I'll have to check that out. Battery life really hasn't been much worse for me. So a lot of people saying the network signal degradation has caused their battery to go down substantially. I mean, I've used this mostly on Wi-Fi today, but I took it off the charger at like 9 o'clock. It was a little bit later, leaving the house a little later, but 5 hours and 42 minutes. I've been working today, but it's not even down to 80% yet. So the signal degradation at least doesn't appear to be affecting my usage today. So we'll see how it goes. But those are my impressions so far. Maybe if you live in a place that doesn't have great signal, hold off. If you guys are interested in a side loading video, let me know. I'll try to make one. Maybe I'll try to do some more comparisons with benchmark and signal, my Pixel 6 versus Pixel 6 Pro. Anyway, again, if you guys want to check out the links below for the holiday gifts that I'm recommending, if you want to check out Anchor, some of those other places, it really helps out the channel. You can like, comment, subscribe if you want to see future content like this. Also find me on Twitter, the link below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.